More than ever in this crazy world, we need to laugh. Is there anyone that needs to laugh tonight? Yeah. I, in particular, really need to laugh, okay? Because I'm going to be honest, last week I was in a really bad place. Just a scary and dark place. And that place was the Exton Mall. Are you kidding me? It's like an indoor Kensington over there. There used to be people trying to sell me cell phones. Now there's people trying to sell me weed. It's like, what? The Exton Mall used to be a destination, a place for fun and excitement. Now there's people sleeping on the Macy's couches. Dudes used to take their girl there for a date. Now they take their dog there for a walk. It's crazy. I was at the doctor the other day and he asked me, have you traveled outside the US or been in contact with anyone who's been at the Exton Mall? Now, there's only like 3 places left in there. I don't know if you guys been there recently. And one of them's a robotics club. And you know what? Good for them. They've waited decades and they're finally the coolest people in the mall. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for them, the casino for minors, round 1, and the Holy Chicken in the food court, that place would already be turned into a parking garage for Whole Foods. The Exton Mall should thank Chick-fil-A. My pleasure. Now, I'm a millennial. Malls were a sacred place for us. No Snapchat, no Instagram. The mall was our social network. Friday night, you'd log in, AKA get dropped off by your parents a half-mile away, not to be seen with them. You'd log in, and then you'd strut in with your followers and the aroma of Axe body spray. Walking laps around the mall was how you scrolled through, trying to find someone you can double tap and tell them you like them. Then you try not to get trolled by the comment section, AKA her friend standing outside the Abercrombie. She'd tell you she'd be right back, but turns out she actually blocked you. So you got to doom scroll at Spencer's Gift for a couple hours. Then finally you go viral for getting kicked out for stealing coins out of the fountain. Shadow banned. Now you got to go to the bowling alley. Sorry. I'm just saying, if malls are social media, then Exton Mall is MySpace. That's all I'm saying. So, do we have any millennials in here that used to go to the mall? Anybody hang out at the mall? Yeah. What's crazy is millennials, like, our parents would just drop us off. No cell phones, no location tracking. And what's really crazy is those same millennials have now turned into helicopter parents somehow. Like, what happened? We used to play ding dong ditch and ride in the back of our dad's pickup bed. Yes. And now we got our kids wearing helmets and knee pads to jump on a moon bounce. Millennial parents are way too safe. We were at youth group here the other night. Some parent dropped their kid off in a backwards facing car seat. Now, are there any millennial parents in here? All right. I see a couple in the back there. I see the glow of your kid's iPad. Millennial parents and screen habits. You don't want to be talking about that. Them's is fighting words. So I'm going to go for it, okay? 2 kinds of screen parents I can't hang out with. Number 1, screen fiend parents. These people have turned their kids into junkies. Just one more Paw Patrol, please. I'll quit tomorrow. Hunched over, dilated pupils, totally detached from reality, showing withdrawal symptoms. Yo, you got that Wi-Fi password? The only thing that might be worse is the opposite, and that's screen clean parents. These people judgmentally parade their no-screen kid in front of you like they just earned a 3-year chip. Yeah, Grayson doesn't watch screens. We actually turn his head away when there's a screen. It's always someone with, like, one baby. It's like, oh, you got one kid? That's a cute hobby. I remember those days. You probably still take them to the store, too, with you, don't you? They just want to pinch your cheeks. Talk to me and a couple more kids when a Bluey episode is your only opportunity at a shower. Millennial parents, I got to give you the smoke. But we'll keep it consistent in here. We got any boomers in here? All right. If you're trying to locate a boomer in a room like this, just look for an iPhone flashlight. They can't seem to figure that one out. They can't seem to figure out Facebook either. And you can tell right away by their profile pic, right? It's like, you ever go to upload a profile pic and it says, upload from camera roll or take photo? And you're like, what kind of lunatic would click take photo and just say, yeah, let's just bang this thing out right here? It's the boomers. Selfie camera on, angled up at their chins. Ceiling fan in the background. Not even looking in the right place. It's all blurry. It looks like it was taken with a potato. There's one comment. Looking good, Don. Tell Linda I said hi. Signed, Jerry. He had to sign his name. Boomers are struggling on Facebook, dude. It's crazy. They are struggling. I feel like there needs to be an assessment to see if a boomer is allowed to have a Facebook. So I got some ideas for it, you know? Like, if your iPhone flashlight's on at 11 a.m., you should not be allowed to have a Facebook. If you hold your iPhone 3 feet away from your face, you should not be allowed to have a Facebook. If you give directions instead of giving me the address. Yeah, you're gonna get off at 462 on the Crum Creek Road, okay? You're gonna bear left, you're gonna go about 2.5 miles, okay? If you pass the Circuit City, you went too far, all right? You're gonna bear left again, there's gonna be 3 stoplights. It used to be 1 stoplight. Big government's putting these stoplights everywhere, I'm telling you that right now, okay? Go another couple miles, you're gonna see a deli on your left. My Uncle Jack used to own that deli, okay? And don't get me started on what happened with it. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, just give me the address. For 25 years, all we've needed is the address. Not a 15-minute navigational flex. If you still give people directions, you should not be allowed to have a Facebook. If you type in all caps, you should not be allowed to have a Facebook. Like, dude, why are we yelling about Big Pharma? 5 things the left doesn't want you to know. Like, I had to call my Aunt Janet again and say, Aunt Janet, you gotta chill. The posting box is not the same as the search bar. You just posted 3 statuses that say, Area 51 leaked footage. She's sending me the craziest videos too. And like, I don't have it in me to tell her it's AI, you know? I just kind of let it go. Just kind of play it off. I'm like, wow, Aunt Janet, Mike Tyson boxed a kangaroo? It's great. Who won? Donald Trump blessed by the Pope in Jerusalem? Can't wait to watch, Aunt Janet. Man, AI has been tough on boomers. Like, can we just have a moment of silence for the boomers trying to navigate artificial intelligence? This is a true story from this week. So, my brother-in-law, Brian, is a high school basketball coach. He wins the championship, tells the family group chat, congratulations. We all say, congratulations, Brian. My other brother-in-law makes an AI photo of him being carried off the court by his team with a trophy in his hands, with 12 fingers, by the way. My father-in-law is so blown away by it, he immediately makes it his background photo and orders a picture to be framed for a gift for Brian. I did not have it in me to tell him it was AI, but I did have it in me to tell this joke, and he's actually here tonight. So sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm sure Brian will love it. He'll still love it. All right, that's enough for you boomers. We love you. Never change, please. We're going to miss you. All right, Gen Z. Don't think you're getting off the hook. I see some of you right here. What are these kids doing, man? They look like homeless people with AirPods. Hair in their face, pajama pants and Crocs, doing a TikTok dance. It's like, dude, could you show a little respect? We're in the middle of church. Now, I'm a youth pastor here at the church, the director of youth ministry. I'm on staff. That's why I got the hat. Pastor Kenny said, you better wear the merch or I'm cutting your pizza budget. So I either got to wear the hat or teach a lesson on fasting this week, and I chose to wear the hat. Matter of fact, 3 out of 4 of the comedians tonight teach either middle school or elementary school. Now, if you want to draw conclusions as to why they might want to come up on a stage and unload emotionally, you can connect the dots on that. But I am the director of youth ministry, so my job is actually to try to connect with Gen Z, you know? Got to pass the vibe check with Gen Z. So I try, you know? I'm like, bro, are those new gibbets? Those are tough. That's a word I hear them saying all the time now. Tough. It's like kind of like we used to say something sick. They say it's tough. Only problem is like they say it about stuff that's not tough. You know? They'll be like, bro, did you peep that new Olivia Rodrigo album? It's tough. Like, is it though? Now, I try my best. I'm 36 years old, so I try my best to keep up with their lingo, keep up with their slang. But it's hard because, you know, us millennials, we're kind of caught in the middle. We're not old boomers, but we're also not young and cool. We're caught in the middle. Like, we're listening to Post Malone, but on the way to the post office, you know? We don't know what to do. So we'll, like, try to use the cool slang, but we're not doing anything cool. So we'll be like, bro, I'm locked in on this sourdough starter. Low key, I think my table's gonna go off at the farmer's market. My guy, stop glazing your pickleball instructor. Bro is not him. I'm telling you, red light therapy, cold plunge, and sauna. Sheesh, peak vibes. Listen, Tyler, I can't do another round of golf. I gotta go home and help my wife with dinner. Bro, let her cook. 6, 7 is the bedtime we've been aiming for with the kids. How about you, Ethan? Listen, Kyle, I have IBS too. Listen, you gotta trust me. You gotta get the Pepto-Bismol Ultra. Trust me, you gotta get the Ultra. It's gas. No, sorry, it's not gas. It's fire. No, oh. Okay, do you know what, Kyle? It's superb. You gotta go with the Ultra. So, Gen Z, I love you guys. I'm trying to figure it out. That's enough smoke for you. But what I do try to do with them is, like, sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, I gotta ask Siri, because I have no idea what they're saying, you know? I'd be like, Siri, what does bet mean? They're like, are you sure you want to download FanDuel? No, please no. Is it just me or is Siri getting dumber? Like, I don't know anyone who is less competent at their job than Siri. And I've been to the DMV recently. It's 2026. We have artificial intelligence that can decode animal communications, diagnose diseases, and make you pancakes, and Siri's still talking like it's Windows 95. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I'm not sure I understand. It's 2026. I should be able to have Morgan Freeman's voice on there, complete with daily affirmations and wisdom. Instead, I got a speak and spell sounding girl with the listening skills of Helen Keller. She's always misunderstanding me. I'm like, Siri, text Hannah, can you please take out the trash? Texting, Nana, can you please check out this rash? Siri, text wife, stuck on 322, it's closed off. Texting wife, stuck on 322 with my clothes off. She's always getting me in trouble. At this point, I feel like it's on purpose. The other day, I was like, Siri, set an alarm for 6 a.m. Texting Pastor Kenny, I didn't miss work yesterday because of my aunt's funeral. I was actually tailgating the Phillies game, doing Jager bombs and listening to Kanye West. Bro. Siri started asking me if she wants, do you want me to ask ChatGPT? She's asking me that. Like, what kind of question is that? Does Aunt Janet watch Fox News? Of course I want you to ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is amazing. It's like, it's the best teacher I never had. Every teacher I've ever had was a failure, other than my mom. Shout out my mom. My teachers just, they didn't understand me. They couldn't level with me. They were just frustrated. They were like, what did you ask, Gabe? ChatGPT is not like that. It treats me with dignity and respect. It'll be like, great question, Gabe. Why do men have nipples is a thought-provoking discussion. Let's get started. I really struggled in school, if you couldn't put that together from other reasons. I struggled in school. You know, I have ADHD, and I knew that, and I was told that when I was a kid. Listen, I had ADD before it was cool and trendy, okay? Nowadays, people wear it like a badge of honor. It's my superpower. I had ADD back when it brought shame to your family. I remember being at the doctor saying, yeah, it seems that Gabe has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. My parents were like, no, we have a few minutes. Wait, can we get a second opinion? Are you sure he's not just an idiot? Unfortunately not. See, I have ADD, and I'm medicated now for it, which is good. You know, I was excited when I was told, you know, this medication, it'll help you focus, and it might help you lose weight. I was like, oh, nice. And turns out now I'm just laser focused on eating, you know? Like I'm like meticulously filling every square of the waffle with syrup. I'm writing my to-do list in mustard on the sandwich bread. So just take another notch on my belt of things that won't help me lose weight. But I'm used to adding notches to my belt anyway, so we're good. So I'm cool with it. You know, I'm 250. I'm settled in. I'm comfortable. I don't care what people think. Well, sometimes I don't care what they think. We have a new church website here, and it's about to launch, and it's very exciting and a little bit nerve-wracking. Is there going to be pictures of me on there? You know, it's like logging onto Facebook after a long night out in college. You were tagged in 8 photos. I feel like you should be able to approve the picture before they put it on the website. It's not right. Like I get on the preview website. I'm going to need you, Dana. I get on the preview website. This is the first picture I see. Like, dude, that should be on an Oscar Mayer website, not on the church website. Like, I'm 36. That's going to be next year. Like, yo, my wife hates mullets, but at this point, she's just going to have to pick her poison. And this week, she did. So, listen, I guess I'm just glad they didn't take the picture from the front, because I can't find any shirts where I can raise my hand and not have my gut hang over my belt buckle, looking like a gallon of milk. So I either got to go back to tall tees, like I'm in a rap video from the early 2000s. If you're wondering if that picture's AI, by the way, unfortunately it's not. That's me at a Snoop Dogg concert in '05. So I either got to go back to tall tees, or I got to start tucking it in and looking like Peter Griffin. I did these jokes a few weeks ago, and someone yelled out, "You're not fat!" I was like, "Thank you?" Like, I didn't know whether to be happy or offended. It's like the kindest thing a heckler's ever said. I was like, where were you at on the middle school playground, dude? Could have used you. At the same time, though, I was a little offended, you know? Like, don't mis-slender me. I might look okay in a 3X hoodie, but I still identify as fat. My pronouns are lays, hers. My kid found his missing Lego in between two of my gut rolls the other day. Don't tell me I'm not fat. The back of my neck looks like an ad for Philly's Dollar Dog Night. Don't tell me I'm not fat. My newborn tries to latch when I hold her on the beach. Don't tell me I'm not fat, all right? It's hard. You know, I'm 36. I got 4 kids. It's a tough stage of life to drop some pounds. You know, you got the baby weight that you put on during the pregnancy. What? I'm not going to let my wife go through that alone. We're one flesh. I'm in the trenches with her, standing shoulder to shoulder, bump to bump. I do think that I think it's easier for women to get back to pre-baby weight than guys. I just have a harder time, you know. I always end up real popular with the ladies on these sets. So yeah, it's tough. I'm settled in at 250. I'm kind of out of options. I'm not going to do Ozempic. Just not going to do it. Ozempic's everywhere now. You know, America went from #1 in the world in the Olympics to #1 in the world in Ozempic. And if you don't know what Ozempic is, it's a shot you can get where you can lose weight rapidly while binging Netflix and eating tasty cakes. But I'm at least trying to make a buck out of the deal. I actually reached out to them and pitched them a commercial idea. It's a song. You guys want to hear it? Right. When the kale hits your eyes, but you want pizza pie, that's Ozempic. You get in the car door, your man boobs honk the horn, that's Ozempic. Chicken, chicken wings, onion, onion rings. I'm the Burger King tablespoon with Nutella. People say, put the chips away, work out every day, but I'm not that kind of fella. You can be fit and cool and have pasta fazool, that's Ozempic. You can have all the treats and you'll still see your feet, that's Ozempic. You guys ready to laugh some more tonight?